Hello, 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 my loves, my angels. Thank you for joining me on my channel, Guided Leap of Faith. We're going to tap in, see what the energy is for today, see what's going on with you guys collective in your life. I want to say happy birthday to the Leos. Happy birthday. I hope that you have great things planned. I hope that you enjoy your day, your week, your month, okay? Let's go ahead and lead into our prayer for this morning. Be thankful and grateful for all that we have. God, I come before you with gratitude today for the growth you have fostered in my spiritual life. I recognize that this journey is your gift, not by my strength, but by your grace. Help me to remain humble and open to your leading, continuing to nurture the fruits of your spirit within me. May I use my growth to bless others and glorify you in all that I do. Thank you for being the constant guide and unfailing source of strength. In the name of Jesus, amen. I do call on my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors that watch over me. My good archangel, protect me as I do my reading. Protect the collective, my family, my friends from any negativity, any harm, or anyone trying to influence them on their spiritual journey as well. Okay, so let's just kind of get into it. See what's going on, collective. What's going on? I think a lot of you, for most of you, you've already started your healing journey, and you're halfway through it. You're getting to a point where you've been doing some healing, fostering more self-love, more strength. Your courage is building up. You're standing up for yourself, setting boundaries in your life. Some of you may have had increase in finances, new opportunities, doors opening up for you, and then I do know that we may have some newcomers that might be joining the spiritual journey that are just coming out of relationships that's having to, begin the healing phase. Okay, so it's a road, it's a journey, but it's a journey that's well worth it. You come more in touch with yourself, you get more in alignment with God, and great things come. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, I didn't get to ask a question, but let's just see what's coming out. Okay, definitely the first card that popped out here was Angel of Love. So you guys might have new love coming in. Also, you're fostering more self-love for yourself. You're wanting to give love, return love as well. Okay, I do feel like some of you, gave your heart to someone in the past who may not have really appreciated you as much, or you poured too much into the situation. And I say that because the very next card at that is all tied up. And this is someone that, is looking at you, looking at the love that you gave. So they're really thinking about you, missing you. This is somebody who felt like they were tied to the past. They held back from you, possibly out of fear, maybe self-talk limitations that held them back. They could have had financial struggles, responsibilities going on. They also could have been held back by their environment, their career, their work, or someone who was given into maybe addictions or overindulging in something. They could have also been married, or been in another relationship that perhaps you didn't know about. But some of this may have actually been mental that held them back. They were just caught up in their own ways, their self-limiting beliefs, patterns that they have in their life, just not really wanting to. They had their heart closed because I believe that they may have been hurt in the past, and they just didn't want to let you in. They didn't know how to let you in, but they did. You did love them. They appreciated the love. They see the love that you offer. And this is someone who's thinking about you. But this being a 23 going to 5, this is someone that's dealing with some inner and outer conflict in their life at this point in time. And it could be because they know that they betrayed you. We'll do some clarification. But I really feel like this person just betrayed you in some type of way. And we'll find out how. But they did see you as being abundant. They did see you as being very abundant. You are being abundant at this time. You're healing. You have great things coming in for you. This is a blessing to you from divine. If you have not seen these opportunities, money, increase on love, yourself, friends, weeding out some of the negative situations and putting closure to people who no longer give you healthy relationships. You're now abundant, now surrounding yourself with people who are positive mindset, people who are coming into your life, and to have a positive influence on you, part of your soul tribe family, okay? That's on your wavelength. All right, what else, Spirit? Yeah, see, so someone actually, with this door to value, I feel like they did not see the value in you. Also, you want to make sure that you watch your spending habits. Some of you might be going through a phase right now where it seems like money might be tight for you. Okay, but someone definitely did not see the value in you when they had you in their life. Okay, and now they do. They see you as being abundant. They see you as being value. They see the value in you. Okay. I believe that this is somebody that possibly closed the door to you. Like they didn't see, like and I don't feel like they came and communicated that with you, but maybe they just walked away. They started ghosting you. They just started pulling back their energy. But this is somebody who definitely is looking for a new opportunity, for you. I feel like they're procrastinating and coming towards you at this point in time. You're being asked really not to put all your eggs in one basket. Like, don't sit back and hold out, waiting, thinking that this person's going to return to you. You guys are going to get together. You need to focus on yourself, focus on loving yourself. Open yourself out to going out and dating, meeting new people, taking, going into listen to your intuition and taking a chance on new opportunities. Open your heart and your mind to other sources of value in your life. Also think about other ways that you can create and make money as well. So it's just saying, like, basically, like, choose to open other doors in your life and experience everything of value that life has to offer. Okay, anything else, Spirit guys? Anything else for the collective? Yeah, so you are in balance right now. You are in with this covenant under the self-love. Like, you are pouring a lot of love into yourself. Like, you've decided, like, after being hurt or going through maybe a toxic situation with someone, whether that toxicity was them actually being mentally manipulative, emotionally, mentally, or physically. Or if you just felt like this person didn't appreciate you, didn't see your worth, and maybe they played mind games, gaslit you, or did different things, okay? You're learning to balance yourself out, to get into alignment, to move now with balance with your mind and your heart. You're not overthinking things. You're not pouring out too much love into situations. You're taking that love and you're pouring it back into yourself, which is what you should have been doing in the first place. And perhaps this relationship came into play to teach you how to pour love into yourself, how to foster in self-love, make yourself a priority, set boundaries, not allow people to just come in and treat you any way they want, not to put their needs ahead of your needs. And it's funny because both of these are 12, so we could 1212 might be there's an angel number that you might need to look at for 1212, but definitely the 12 does talk about surrendering, looking at things from a new perspective and letting go. So I do feel like a lot of you have reached a point in that relationship, 818, when I say that you just surrendered the whole thing to God, and you just said, you know what, I've done all I can, I've gone as far as I can go with this relationship. It's not healthy for me, it's stressing me, this person's not seeing my worth, they're not seeing my value, they're not pouring love, I'm giving, they're taking, they're not returning, love. And I feel like you just got to a point where you're just like, I said, I give it up, I give it to you, God, you do with it what you will, and allow them to stand up to take over the situation, and you're just balancing yourself out, working on yourself. Again, you're going to have a lot of abundance coming in, you've been very abundant. You're going to have new romance coming in, new money coming in. Something may have popped off for you around the springtime. You could have started a new job, worked at going into a new career, maybe signed up for school. Your finances could have started picking up in the springtime. I know that's around tax season, but you still could have, in addition to that, like some unlikely money coming in or something for you. It's just increasing your wealth, possibly in an unexpected way, other than like your normal paycheck that you receive. Like some of you could have got a pay raise. You could have got not only just a pay raise, but you could have got promoted. You could have started a new job that makes more money. You could have like hit a lotto, had scratch off, like just received money from just an unusual type of way in the springtime. You could have. If not, then something could pop off for you in next spring. This also lets you know, like with this being springtime in here, that the seeds that you sow in life is what you're going to prosper. So if you're sowing good seeds, you know you're going to prosper great things. And I know that you collect to have sowed, you know, good seeds, and you are going to prosper wealth and prosperity from that, okay? It also says that you're going to have a blessing coming from the universe toward for you for the labor that you put in. You know, so it's just saying like get out, smell the flowers. Maybe some of you need to go near water to relax, get peace. You might find water being calming to you. With the birds in here, some of you might be seeing birds. Pay attention to the birds, because birds are messages from the angels and from the universe. So if you keep seeing like a specific bird, like just for instance example, if a red woodpecker, you just keep saying a woodpecker or something, like pay attention to that, okay? Look that up and find out, you know, what that spirit animal is to you, because there's a message in that for you as well. Okay, so let's go. What else? Let me have two more if I can. Two more, then we'll start to do some clarification. Yeah, caring connection. You are going to have a loving relationship coming in. Someone does want to come and possibly speak to you. They want to try to balance something out. Like they want to come back in harmony with you. They want to balance a relationship with you, okay? I want to look into, clarify if there's someone from the past or if this is a new love coming in. But definitely this does speak about balance and harmony. So this person will balance you out. They may be a polar opposite, or they may just be strong in the areas where you're weak in your life, because it's really going to bring a lot of balance in within you. Mentally and physically, this person is going to give love to you. They're not going to leave you in the headspace of feeling stressed or like you can't trust them or lean on them. Somebody also wants to give you a gift. They may come in and bring you flowers, okay? But this is definitely going to be a loving and caring relationship. This is somebody who's not going to hold back from you. They're going to make you feel valued and loved. One more, Spirit guys. One more. Thank you. The thinking man. All right. So with the thinking man, so this is going to be new love. This is going to be new love coming in, and this is going to be the past person. Your past person could have been someone, definitely with the 46 going to a 10. This is a relationship that has run its course. It's over. The cycle is over, okay? But this person is really thinking back at you, thinking about the love that you offered them. And this is possibly the person who felt like they were tied to something else, having other responsibilities or other relationships, someone who was giving to other things. And this person could have been intuitive. So, and they did receive the intuitive nudges that you were the one for them, that they should have pursued a relationship with you. But I feel like this person did not listen to their hunches. They did not listen to their intuition, okay? This is somebody that's definitely reflecting back to the past. Somebody who could be, you know, doing research, looking into something, possibly looking at twin flames, soulmates, just spiritual things. This could also be someone who could be talking to a spiritual leader, a teacher or some way, or talking to someone who does tarot, psychic readings, or doing some type of, you know, work like that. All right, but this is somebody definitely looking into their spirituality and looking into something, and we'll find out like what are they looking into. But they definitely are reflective of you, and this is somebody who wants to look at something from another perspective as well. Okay. So let's get into what is this angel of love, spirit guides. Are these cards upside down? Let me check them. Hold on, guys, because I don't want to read something for you in the wrong direction. I do have a couple that are upside down. All right, so some of you with the new love, some of you may have already met someone, have new love in your life, or new love may be coming in for some of you. Okay, you want to make sure that, you know, with this tied up, that you're not also going to be tied up in your feelings, your thoughts of thinking that the person coming in is going to hurt you because of what you've gone through in the past from your previous relationships. So you want to make sure that you're giving someone a new love opportunity to actually come in and give them a fair chance. Now, of course, listen to your intuition, you know, act with discernment. Pay attention for red flags. If something doesn't look, smell, or feel right, like pay attention to that. Don't ignore that. You don't want to find yourself in the same type of predicament that you were in before, that the God had to come and get you out of, okay? So you want to make sure that you do pay attention to that. Pay attention to the body language. Pay attention not only what a person says to you, but how their actions, do their actions actually back up their words, okay? Because you don't want to find yourself going backwards or going back to a, same type of situation, just with a new person. All right, so pay attention to that. All right, let's clarify angel of love. Yeah, definitely. You've gone through a lot. You're working on yourself. You do have the Eight of Pentacles, so you are at this point focusing on your work. Maybe you set some goals for yourself that you're working on accomplishing. Okay, you're just working on building up your money, your finances. Some of you might be learning a new skill, going into something new. That you're working on, but you're definitely, taking your time and diligently working on yourself. And again, because we're doing the self-love, the love out here, you're working on building yourself up, appreciating yourself, maybe putting closure, healing some things that you needed to let go of in the past. Okay, yeah, you definitely, with the 10, you have 18 pentacles out here, so you guys are definitely going to go into some abundance. You're going to be very abundant. Money is going to really come in for you. You're going to have material wealth and financial security for sure. It is coming. Like I said, some of you may have started seeing some money coming in for you already, but you're definitely going to have money and abundance coming in for you. And it's for the hard work that you've done. The hard work that you have done, it's like a payoff. It's like a reward for you from the universe for you, putting in the hard work to heal yourself, for being patient with other people. And when someone did you wrong, I do feel like you didn't get down and dirty and be petty with them and do dirt for dirt. I feel like you took the high road. You may have stated your piece, but then I feel like you moved on. Like you didn't play the same games that they played. Okay, so you continue to walk in your godlike energy and not get down and dirty with them. All right, so just all tied up. Clarification. We do have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so this person that you were given to, this person, they just lack long-term vision, and at this point, because they didn't get to the situation, you are a missed opportunity for them, and this person is feeling very disappointed in the decisions that they made. Disappointed because they couldn't make a difficult decision. They didn't know which choice to make. Okay, they felt like if they chose you, they were going to have to give up some things in order to be with you. Maybe relationships, old ties with people, maybe even lost some money. It would also, they were going to have to lose maybe a way that they were living their life, a standard, a way that they were doing things. Okay, maybe you had an F-boy, F-girl, and they just had other options and choices, and they didn't want to let that go. But this person's definitely dealing with some inner conflict at this time, and they're trying to balance themselves out, but they're just really feeling emotional and up in their head at the moment. They're really up in the head about the choices that they made and why they didn't come towards you. And I felt like because you had that Seven of Pentacles out there, you actually spent some time. You could have put in some years in that relationship. Okay, and it just turned out to be a missed opportunity. Yeah, this person had a lot of options. They had a lot of options with the 7 out here, the 7 of Cups. And I feel like this person was actually just into their the 7 deadly sins. Okay, they were just envious. They were lusting. They had lust. They had envy. They had greed. They had pride. They had gluttony. Okay, they were overindulging in things, as well as this person just may have some laziness about them, just lack of effort. Okay, they just put lack of effort in the things that they do. So they were just really giving into the 7 deadly sins and just not giving into you or the relationship in a positive way. Let me see daughter value if I can. Yeah, so another thing I tied out, like this person was definitely had options, clarifying that they were out partying, giving into other situations, making love offers to other people, not to your connection with them. Okay, Spirit Guides, daughter value in reverse. Thank you. The daughter value, someone didn't see the value in you, or either someone did see they they did see that you were a good person. They do know that you had emotional stability as well as your own physical stability. You're independent, but this person, because they didn't value what you meant to their life, okay, they tried to control you. They tried to manipulate you. They abused their power. I feel like you actually help them to abuse that power by giving so much to them, for always being available, always being there, even like when they did wrong, like you always took them back, like you forgave them. You saw what they had the potential of being, and because you saw what their potential in their higher self, you held on and you continued to pour into this relationship. Also, you probably felt like you have already put time and effort and so much love, 2002, and I say that into it. You didn't want to feel like you wasted your time. Okay, so I felt like you kept giving this person like a pass on things that they were doing, and they just got to a point where they felt like you weren't going to go anywhere, that they had you. This person felt like they had control, they had you palm in their hands, they could do what they want, you were going to be there because they knew how much you loved them. Okay, and they abused their power in the relationship. And then they had to find out, they effed around and found out that, hey, I gave you passes. Doesn't mean that you can just do what you want. I'm always going to be here. You don't treat me right, I'm going to go. And now this person wants to come back impulsively and pursue you again, okay, because you left. All right, so they want to come in. They want to take action. They want to take a risk and come towards you, possibly leave a situation, or even if they don't leave a situation because they haven't clarified they want to leave a situation yet, they might just still want to come in and come towards you and find out even if you're willing to accept them back before they leave a situation. Okay, give me caring connection, please. Is this a new love? What can you tell me about this caring connection? I'm not going to clarify everything because everything doesn't need clarification. Yeah, so this caring connection, you are coming up with the Queen of Swords in reverse. So I don't really like that because this caring connection, like I said, you do have love coming in, but I feel like you're going to be a little cold towards it, okay? And I get it. You gave to a situation, you got hurt. It's like what I was saying earlier, when new love come in, like give it a fair chance. And you do have your back turned towards this person. Even when they're trying to offer you something and give love to you, you still kind of have your back turned towards it. And it's understandably so because you've been hurt, okay? So right now, and I feel like when this new love come in, like in the beginning stages, like you're going to be a little cold. You're going to feel a little isolated. You're not going to be as giving. You do have your hand extended. So you are willing to allow it to come in. It's just that you're going to be a little closed off by the affection that they're giving you and the love that they're trying to give you, because you're going to question, like, is it real? What's this person's motive? What they're going to do? So you're going to be a little cold towards it. So just kind of remember that everyone is not the person who you walked away from. So make sure you give people a fair chance, okay? You with the moon coming out following the Queen of Swords, I do feel like you have fears. Like you're just looking at the illusions, okay? And you're closed off out of fear of being hurt. Like you just think that something's gonna come, like everything's gonna go good and something's gonna mess it up, something's gonna happen, they're gonna do this. You're just not willing to really trust, because you're just gonna have to rebuild the little trust issues that you may have developed from this previous relationship. Give me the thinking man, please. Can we clarify thinking man, spirit guys? Thank you. Yeah, the thinking man, the one that you walked away from, who that this is over, and they're thinking about how they can come back to you, and they're looking back at the past. Again, this is really like coming out twice. This person abused their power in the relationship, because this is now the King of Swords in reverse. So this is a person who was very manipulative. They tried to manipulate your energy. They tried to manipulate you. They played mind games with you, gaslight you. They had you thinking, future fake you, that you guys were going to have this relationship, or that they wanted to build with you, and that turned out not to be the case. This person lacked empathy. They just thought about themselves. They didn't think about how their actions would make you feel. I also feel like maybe when you went through times when you were in this relationship with this person, like maybe there are times that you even could have said, like, hey, I don't feel well today or something. And this person didn't even take the time to call and check on you, come and see about you, ask you if something you need, can they do something for you. They just always thought about themselves, okay? They were just kind of cold-hearted. They wanted to receive love, but they didn't want to really give love. What else, spirit guides, about the thinking man? What else? Oh, that's too much. This person definitely though, with the page, they are curious about what you have on. They are curious. Not what you have on. Why did I say what you have on? Oh my gosh, I meant to say what you have going on, but they might be curious about what you're wearing too. They might be having sexual thoughts about you, but they are curious about what you have going on in your life. Okay, they do want to come towards you, communicate with you. There's something they want to say, and they do want to. They are going to come in soon with rapid communication towards you. It's something that they may have to travel to come to you. They may call you, but it's going to be rapid movement with them coming to you to communicate something to you. They do want to communicate that they want to bring balance to this relationship. They don't want to juggle anymore. Okay, they want to tell you that there were too many responsibilities that they had, and that's why they couldn't give to you. They want to explain that to you. They want to explain to you why they juggled their relationship with you in the first place. Okay, so let's see, like, what does this person have? Oh my gosh, what's going on with this person? Like, what do they have? Let's see if we can peep into, like, some truths about this person. Yeah, it's over. Like, we have the 10, verifying the 10 with this thinking man. Like, it's over. Like, you're heartbroken. You don't, even if they come and communicate to you, with this being a 10, it's over, and it's let you know that your heart was broken. You no longer want to give your heart to this person. That's it. You know, this person did run from you. They ran from love, and they just ran to another situation. They may actually be trying to run actually for another situation, and they may have gotten their heart broke from whatever they went into. Okay, yeah, this person got attached to somebody who's irritating the hell out of them. That's just bugging them. That's aggravating them. Someone they can't get away with. Someone that they had sexual intercourse with. Someone who was very promiscuous. Not even somebody on your caliber. So somebody who couldn't compete with you for sure. They weren't on your level, so they did downgrade. That's for sure. They downgrade when they walked away from you. They went with somebody who's promiscuous, from the street, sleeps around. Somebody who likes to get the limelight, always want to be seen. Somebody who requires a lot of attention. Okay, somebody who puts on a show. Like, so I feel like this person really does the most. They elevate everything. So if they're upset, or if they're mad, if they want to have an argument, this is not like an argument that they're going to have behind doors in private that they keep within themselves. This is somebody who will show out in public. 2707 when I say that, because they want to be seen. They want to be. This is somebody who's probably just loud. I was going to say something I shouldn't say. This is just somebody who doesn't know how to carry themselves like a lady or like a gentleman. Okay. What else, spirit guides? Yeah, someone might be contemplating getting a divorce, or just leaving if they're not married. They're looking at leaving a situation. They may, and this could be just any type of legal binding contract. Either they signed a lease with someone for a business, a home, or they bought a home together. They have finances together. Someone took a loan out for the other person. Whatever they've done, like, or if somebody's just living with somebody, or they have cars, whatever. They're looking at just getting out of something, like separating from this person. That's what they're trying to do, but I don't feel like this bugaboo is allowing them to do so. Okay? Yeah, they want to get out of it because they feel like it's a toxic situation. They're not happy there. There's definitely cheating going on. People, both sides, are just doing their own thing, getting out, messing with people. The relationship really had been over for a while. They just feel like they're just hanging in it because they just haven't found the right way to get out of it yet. Okay, yeah, somebody's definitely getting caught up in their lies about what they've been doing in the background, some sneakiness that they've been doing. I feel like they've been watching, they're watching this person to see if they're trying to maybe come towards you, or to see if they're cheating, to keeping an eye on them. But somebody, whoever's watching the other person, like, that person is really trying to burn evidence. Like, when they do something, they're very really being sneaky about how they do it and trying to hide their hand. So this person is watching someone, but they're like throwing the rocks and hiding their hands so that they don't get caught. But this is the thing, I feel like they are going to get caught, and someone's going to feel like they were betrayed. They're going to feel backstabbed. They're going to feel betrayed, and whatever they have going on might end up, in a situation where police have to come in because of outer conflict. I told you earlier that somebody was dealing with inner and outer conflict in their relationships. Okay, Yep, they just have a lot going on. They're just catching all type of karma, all type of foolishness. They went to something that they thought was going to be better than building with you. They went either back to a situation or towards a situation where they thought was going to be greener grass, and that's not the case. It's just not a happier situation. Somebody was very childish. They also could have went to somebody who they had a child with as well, but somebody who they were going in and out of their life, blowing hot and cold. It could have been a situation that they went back and forth over a period of time with this person. They were somebody they were talking to the same time they were talking to you. They would text message them, talk to them on the phone. They would maybe somebody they could have met on social media or something they were doing openly on social media. Okay, yeah, somebody's watching you. Like somebody's watching you, but somebody's watching you with envy. Okay, they're gossiping about you. Somebody may actually stalking you, like on, if you're doing something on social media, they might be, because we did have this coming in after the chatting and social media. So somebody actually could be stalking you on social media and actually going around and slandering your name, talking about you, but not in a good way. Okay, they might be watching you from hidden accounts. And this is somebody who just feel like they're stuck in a situation, that they're not happy in a situation. This person's watching you just because they're not happy. Okay, they feel stuck. They know that what they've gotten themselves in just isn't working. They feel like their life is just all jammed up at this point, and they're feeling stressed. Okay, they could have felt like you played them. They could be feeling, they feel like the game is over. They can't come back to you. They feel like they did drop the ball somewhere in your relationship. But they're still hanging into this relationship that's not making them happy for the time being, because they're just trying to make the most of a situation. All right, and they just feel like, they just can't get past go, basically. There definitely is an envy person. They're envious on how you moved on, how quickly you healed, how you're making things come across. They see you as being very friendly and harmless, and they just can't grasp how they got themselves in a situation, how they let you go, and how they chose this other person over you. They're still stumbling, and I feel like maybe perhaps someone even asked them, like, well, what happened between you two? But so what else? What else can you tell me about, like, this person in the situation? Yeah, they're exhausted. They're tired. They're tired of all this foolishness they have going on. They're tired of this drama. This person could actually be on the down low, or if not them, they're third party. But definitely they've been doing things and keeping their own dirty little secrets to themselves that you didn't know about. Okay, they've been out here having affairs. Their third party may actually be having an affair as well. Well, there's a lot of cheating. There's a lot of cheating and manipulation going on in a relationship. There's a lot of cheating going on because, this person is in a family situation. They could have gone back to a family situation with somebody who cheated on them previously. Either your person cheated on a third party previously, if he went back to a past family situation, or that person cheated on them, or they both cheated on each other. Okay, I do feel like with this down low, like somebody could actually like the same sex in that relationship, and they might actually just be having some little things going on. But definitely there's some blood ties family situation going on. It wasn't established prior to you that they went to. Okay, but also I feel like they both just were living the fast life. They were out doing their own thing, but they were settled in their relationship. So like they had some type of understanding, like, do me, do you. They got together. Maybe they took like a temporary pause at some point, and they were just both out there doing their own thing for a while, and then decided that they wanted to come back together in some type of way. We do have Earth and Water, so we could be dealing with Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we could be we have a lot of Earth out here. And then we could also be dealing with some water signs. All right, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What else, Spirit Guides, can you tell me? There is a little bit of air out here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, this person wants to meet up. They want to meet up. They want to make things, better between the two of you. They are saying, like, better for us. They want to speak up for you. Okay, I feel like when I told you earlier, like somebody was watching you, maybe slandering your name and speaking bad about you, I feel like this person may have overheard, or somebody may have spoke badly about you towards them, and they felt the need to stick up for you, like protect you in some type of way. And it's because they still do love you, because really, collective, you didn't do anything to them. They just gotta make a difficult decision to make a choice on what they want to do, because they let their own fears hold them back, or other things hold them back. Okay, And I feel like this person feel like they need to speak up for you in some way when they hear somebody slandering your name. They feel protective over you, okay? Yeah, and this is somebody who just sees you out here being happy, being pleasant, loving on yourself. You know, again, something could have happened in springtime. Maybe you started something in springtime and what you're doing. All right, they see you making healthy choices. All right. They see that you don't run from your problems, like you face them, you deal with them. They see you as being very intelligent, like you do things in moderation. You don't overdo things. So like if you have a drink, you just have a drink. You don't drink to get drunk. You don't, it's just things that you're not doing. Okay. They see that you have very playful spirit. You look at things from a higher perspective. You don't look at things in a negative way. They do say that they do love your mindset. They do like the innocence about you. You like how you are willing to be adaptive and cheerful. How you do take a leap of faith and go off and try new things. They do like that about you. But somebody might be working on some addictions. Like they may have addictions to substance. They may have addictions to sex, alcohol, but definitely someone who gets into temptation very easily, okay? And again, like we do have police out here again for the second time. So somebody might have some legal situation going on. Somebody might get a DUI. Someone might just be asking, for assistance with something, okay? So, or get some legal advice. We did have divorce out here earlier, so somebody might just be trying to get some legal advice on how to pursue, go forward with the situation, like with to walk away from something, okay? All right, so again, I told you we have water sign coming out. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This water sign could actually put a love spell, just some type of love magic on this person. Maybe this person that they did separate, like I said earlier, remember I told you I think it's somebody who, an earth sign, could have gone back to a water sign. This water sign could have seen them actually trying to have a relationship or known about you in some way and wanted to get this earth sign back within her grips. This water sign could have done some type of love spell, did some type of bewitched, did love magic, candle magic, could have seen, because we did have the card out here about someone doing research, and also we had the card out here about possibly someone seeing with a tarot reader or someone who does that type of work, okay, divination work. So this water sign could have done some type of divination spell or something, and then I'm getting yes, so I'm really on to that confirmation. Yes, this water sign did do some type of love spell on this earth sign to get them back within their grips, to keep them from moving forward in a new relationship. But your person needed to use their intuition. They did not listen to their intuition. They ignored the red flags that they were being seen to know not to go back to that relationship, but to move on, to walk away, to go on their new journey. Don't waste their time. Because that relationship, it was over, and because they did, and now they're dealing with challenges in that relationship because they did not listen to their intuition. They did not work on themselves and do the inner healing. They have challenges within themselves, challenges within that relationship. There's emotional distance there. It's not emotionally fulfilling to them at all. They actually might be looking at moving on, moving locations from that person. They do want to come in and confess something to you. Also, I feel like someone else may be telling you something, or if not yet, you might hear something about what's going on between this earth and this water sign, okay? Someone might be getting a new pet. Someone may have picked up a new dog, a new pet, or something. Or someone might be giving a pet away, okay, if that's relevant to someone. But definitely they need you, like I feel like your person needed to go in and heal some things and work on some things about themselves. They needed to work on just looking at the dark sides of them, their addictions, what they need to heal, the things that's been getting to them, and they needed to look at seeking the truth, okay? This person may be feeling empty inside, and they need to know that they need to embrace that in order to heal it. They need to take their power back. They need to have the courage to work on themselves, to face their fear, allow themselves to be vulnerable so that they can spiritually grow. They need to learn how to release control. Stop trying to control everything and be in control. Your person might always come across like if they're not in control, it's not going to work. It's their way or the highway, okay? This person definitely is feeling some shame and guilt about the way that they treated you. They know that you didn't deserve it. And they're trying to accept their fault and take some type of accountability for what they did. All right, they are trying to have growth in their mindset. They are trying to better themselves, to think more positively, think more about what they could and should have done, think more about how to give to a relationship. And I think it's because you really turned your back towards this person and walked away, and they don't like it. But you walked away because you needed to stand in your power. You walked away to be authentically yourself, your own individual, unique self, okay? And stop allowing people to, tell you how you need to maneuver, or what, or for them to decide what you will or won't put up with, make these decisions for you by keeping secrets about these third party relationships that they're having that you didn't know about. They didn't give you the chance to decide if this is something that you wanted to be a part of or not. They just put you in these situations and expect you to go in and compete. So how can we clarify? Give me a little bit, please, so that we can personalize maybe some of this. And then I'm going to wrap it up because I'm like 40 minutes in. All right. Let's just clarify who. No. So your person could be hiding their sexuality. Again, that came out for the second time. Somebody might be bisexual in this relationship, or somebody just has some sexual fetishes that you did not know about. Okay. Somebody who's very smart, self-assured, who usually stands up for themselves. Okay. Someone who definitely had other partnerships and relationships with many people. Something about 16 with June. 6 does the June and twins. Your person could have been a twins. They could have had a birthday in June, something in June. You could have had a birthday in June. Somebody could be a Gemini. They were in two minds about like what they needed to do. Somebody could be bipolar, okay? But definitely somebody could have a Honda, and healthcare is coming out. So someone could need to visit the healthcare, have a health problem, or somebody could be working in the healthcare industry. Give me two more, and then we'll get an angel message. Oh my goodness, guys. Just a second. Alright, I have daddy issues, and I repeat the pattern with my kids. So somebody could have felt like they were abandoned by their father, or their father wasn't there, or they could have felt like their father never gave them attention, may have given attention to the other kids other than you if they have other kids, but they just have issues just with their relationship with their father, period. And instead of them taking those issues and working on them so that they didn't repeat the same pattern, they have repeated the same pattern. And the very person who they probably did not want to be like is probably the very same person who they are like. Okay. Yeah, this person's stalking you. They're watching you, definitely. They're watching you. So, angels, what's the angel message for the collective today? To wrap this out, what is the angel message for them? Forgiveness. So you need to practice forgiveness. Forgive what this person's done, especially if you have this new love coming in, because I don't want you to not give them a fair chance because you're still holding on to the hurt and the pain that you have in our previous relationship. So forgive yourself, forgive them, because forgiveness is for you by forgiving them, okay? You do have something great coming for you in the near future. You are being asked to choose that new direction. Don't go back to something in the past, okay? The situation that you have walked away from, it will improve at some point, not now. So you guys might be able to have a friendship, savor a friendship, or just the hurt that you're going through, your healing is just going to improve, okay? But this is just not the right time to communicate, go back, or even try to reconcile with a past partner. You just need to let it go. You just need to let it go, focus on yourself, and move on. Okay, so that's my message for you today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hope it resonated with what you have going on. If so, like, share, subscribe, and until our next visit, have a great day.